Welcome to everybody. And we're on day 8 of the 9 candles. Not a moment too soon, I'm sure, for some of you. But anyway, and on the 8th day, I have Scott Allen from Spiritual Essence. And Scott and I usually get together on very different topics than the ones we're going to go into today. But we're talking today about spirit and challenge and becoming. And if you want to just say hi, Scott, then I'm going to cut to going to lighting the candles.
Hello and welcome to June and
Yeah.
9 candles.
Yes. Okay. We're going to cut to the candles. And as y'all know, I have kind of an uneven record about lighting these well. But the meditation for today is at this sacred moment, we gather to honor the journey of becoming. We open our hearts to this ritual, welcoming the vast potential that's within us. This potential, seated in our very DNA, holds the blueprint of our growth and transformation. Come on. Come on. You got to light. Can't have 8 candles without 8 of them being lit. Okay, so we're going to go for 2 while we got 1 going.
Billy Wick.
Mm-hmm. Silly wabbits. Okay. And halfway to our goal. Okay. And as we light each of these candles, we invoke the power of the photonic energy, the very essence of light. This light symbolizes the illumination of our path, the awakening of our inner wisdom, and the nurturing warmth of universal love. Each flicker of the flame is a reminder of that divine spark that's within each of us, a spark that connects us to the infinite web of the universe. Try another phrase. We breathe deeply. Almost there. We breathe deeply, feeling the gentle dance of energy that surrounds us. This energy flows through us, around us, beyond us, weaving us into the fabric of existence. It calls us to become one with the graceful dance, to move in harmony with the rhythms of life. Now we're going to see if we can create this state of connection. Yay, there's Scott's candle number 8. It was.
An orange blossom.
Yes, they look like little blossoms. That's what they look like. Um, in this state of connection, we recognize that our individual journeys are part of a larger cosmic story. Our growth is not isolated. We are intertwined in the growth of all beings. We are strands in a great tapestry of the universe and the elementals, while contributing our own essential, unique essence to the whole. As we light these candles, we release any resistance to any fear of change. We surrender to the flowing of becoming, trusting the wisdom of our DNA and the guiding light of the universe. We allow ourselves to expand, to evolve, to become the highest expression of our true selves. With each breath, we feel the presence of the universe within us. We are not separated. We are one with the stars, the earth, and each other. We embrace the dance of energy, knowing that we are supported, loved, and guided with each step of our journey. We carry the light of these candles within us, beacons of hope and transformation. We step forward into our lives with renewed faith, open hearts, and a deep sense of connection to the universe of well-being. May we always remember that we are part of something greater and that our journey of becoming is sacred and it's a beautiful dance within the universe. And with that, the meditation's over, and candle 1 is deciding it's not going to stay too lit, I don't think. Oh well, it'll stay as lit as it can. Just like us, candles have bad days. Anyway, Scott, with that very unceremonial meditation, I'm inviting you to come and discuss with us your view on becoming, where we're not just changing, we're becoming.
Becoming greater people, hopefully, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so first I looked up a few things about June on the internet. and what interests me. So, like, June is known for nurturing,
Mm-hmm.
intuition, cycles of life, and expressing the energy of the divine feminine. June also relates to the color of green,
Mm-hmm.
symbolizing new life, prosperity, and harmony. The heart chakra promotes compassion and connected to our world.
Mm-hmm.
June is a time of growth, renewal, and blossoming. Abundance into the longest day of the year, the summer solstice, June 20th.
Which is when you're watching this, that's 2 days away because we're doing this on June 18th.
Okay. So I also did a guided meditation from the universe.
Okay.
I'm not sure who it's from. Maybe I know it's from, but okay, this is what I was sensing and I wrote as I was feeling. As you evolve into a spiritual being, you will find there's no need to worship. We find it amusing that so many worship a thing, an idol, or words. People are not meant to be symbol idolatry. Let's just call it go for admiration.
Mm-hmm.
Certain people are here for you to see your resolve for self love. Some have beauty, some have athleticism, some have skills or art or writing. Your entity is failing if you worship. You should only admire.
Mm-hmm.
Show love and admiration um, for those you that inspire you. Worship is worship is jealousy and fear for you may not be. We're all special beings of light and love. Worship is happy. Worship is hoping for a miracle. Gratitude, self love, and admiration is the miracle. Find the summer solstice season in June as the renewal of life and happening. Outdoor activities, gardening, walks, walking in the rain to cleanse, grass to trim, and honor your family traditions. Your ancestors are with you in spirit and in DNA. Yep, that's it.
Very good. That's a lot of the summer solstice energy and it really isn't worshiping a thing or even a day or a person, but it's worshiping. It's not worshiping, but it's coming to the attention of what you are, what each of us is inside.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like worship self more than anything
Mm-hmm.
else. It's like I mean, if it's like you've seen it or heard, like certain movies.
Mm-hmm.
Let's that certain person gets so obsessed with someone to the
Mm-hmm.
point of worshiping and needing and
Mm-hmm.
just have to. And if it don't work out, it drives them crazy and they stalk and whatnot. That's beyond.
Right.
So it should be more of a dance, a
Yeah.
dance of admiration, and self-respect and love for, not to an excess. I think we need to keep our number one going in self and keeping happy. Um, oh, I was talking to one of the meat cutters today, and he was talking about when he was working at a big grocery store. He had a bunch of employees working for him, and it was pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And like he was proficient, he was saying, but everyone else is a step behind, and everyone is just putting pressure on him. So he
Mm-hmm.
get angry. He's like, at other employees because they weren't up to speed or they didn't know what to do or whatever. It just got
Mm-hmm.
to a grind. So now he's working for himself, small little butcher shop. And what he was saying is like, after I left there
Mm-hmm.
and got into a better frame of mind, I met my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, it's the best thing that ever happened to me because she taught me to be happy,
Mm-hmm.
and to care more,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like, and he's talking about how a lot of people would come into a shop and get upset. Oh, you
Mm-hmm.
don't have this, you don't have that. and and everyone knows in the area that comes in that he's mostly special order.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he doesn't keep a lot in stock. So if someone wants a certain product,
Mm-hmm.
let's say Polish sausage, he'll make up the Polish sausage however they want, whatever's left, then he packages it and put it in the freezer or the display case.
Mm-hmm.
So he was just talking about how he's grown so much from this, and it's like if someone comes into the store and is angry, he goes,
Mm-hmm.
I just kill him with kindness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to have that energy bring me down.
Right.
And he goes, thanks to my new girlfriend, my world is a lot better. I don't get all mad.
Mm-hmm.
I just go with the flow and try to keep a good business going. And he goes, I'm not here to please everybody, like, in a certain way
Mm-hmm.
that they expect. And he goes, that's not the way life works.
No.
You know, go with the flow like a river current, you know.
Yeah.
But it was like kind of interesting there when you meet new people and you see there's more to them than just a hello, how you doing today?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the order, It was
Well,
nice. It
and
was a nice little chat.
he sounds like he wants to produce the good product he can produce instead of being forced to produce a lot of second grade product. I saw a food futurist this weekend. I saw her interviewed on Sorted Foods. And what she was talking about is she really likes to make the food in her own home because she has learned over the years that the energy that's around the food when it's being made affects the food. And so when she's in a restaurant where they're beating up the kitchen staff and pushing them to make things faster and do things faster, and they claim to have a certain grade of food, and they really don't. She can tell because that's her world. And she said that all the frenetic energy and the waiters come out and they're all sweet and smiley and nice and they're really going back through the door and screaming and yelling at everybody. She said all that energy is around the food you're going to put in your body. And she said so she said I wish I could find someone that would come make the food in my house and be all calm, but she haven't done that yet. But I thought that was interesting when she talked about how food could carry a certain energy, because I know there's some restaurants you walk in and it feels so calm and so nice, and so we're here to serve you, we're here to make this all right, and what can we do to help? And just like you said, this man was being forced to work with employees that were making it harder on him. And and what happens is when you're faced with that every day, that's what you start to produce because it's where you are.
Yeah, makes sense.
And so it's not just it is the dance that we're doing with the universe, but it's all the energy in the universe that we run into. And
Yeah,
I'm glad he's a great example of someone who said there's a whole lot better way to live.
yeah, yeah. He had enough.
Yeah.
It's kind of odd too. The other day I was finishing up a delivery and the next truck driver came over and he just started chatting.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's kind of odd. Most times we just wait for each other and get out of the way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he just started asking, do you like your job?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I work with good people. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's a lot nicer to go to work when you don't have people complaining,
Mm-hmm.
uh, pushing you for time, whatever it is. They're all good people and they treat you good, and he goes, yeah, that's what it's all about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just being in a good place and happy, right? And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
of course it is. It's like it just caught me off guard because usually the truck drivers don't. We just kind of wave and hey, what's up? And we go on our way.
I think a lot of people are feeling the sense of disconnection and they're looking for ways to get past it. Of course, we had a prime example of here when where I lived, the power went out for 5 days. And I met all my neighbors that I'd lived here 3 years and had never met because we were outside, or a lot of them had chairs outside and they were sitting outside. And I was talking to one woman. It's like the third day, and she said, "We're giving it up. We're excuse me, we're going to a hotel." because we had water. We didn't have hot water. And so she was saying, they were going to go do that. But, you know, I now know her name. I know her husband's name. I met both of her dogs. And there were some other neighbors. My kids know more about them than I do, but people were thrown out of their normal and pushed into a thing where they want to feel connection with somebody.
Hmm. Another glorious time for me going out right now is, as you know, I have two grandchildren now, and it was a great experience going to see them last weekend. Um, but what made it more enlightening is that my oldest granddaughter, who's 19 months, doesn't scream if I pick her up. She's
Mm-hmm.
at the point where she's not going to whine and cry. It's like, oh my God, who's this guy that's got me?
Mm-hmm.
Mommy, 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 get me, help me.
Yeah, they outgrow that, and it's so pleasant when they do.
Yeah, it was a touching experience. Just kind of lightens you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it made me happy, and it was a good day going to see him last Sunday.
Well, good.
And the
As
other daughter's probably going to be having her baby in about a week.
you're just going to spend your life of June in maternity ward.
As long as they're safe, I'll only go if they need me. I'm sure the doctors and mom and dad can handle it, if
Yeah.
they're all safe, and I'll just go when they go home. Unless they need me, I'll go.
I lucked out. My parents were far, far away. Not that they're lovely people, but they were not here hovering. My mother-in-law wanted to hover, but my oldest child slept all the time. He was 913 when he was born. He was a month-old kid, and he slept all the time. And when he slept, I slept. And so trying to come help me take care of the baby was real boring. So she didn't do it much. But and my mother sent the most lovely thing she could have ever given me, diaper service. And she paid for it for 3 years for each of the two of them that she did that for. So
That's a big expense.
it's a big expense, and you rinse them out, you throw them in this bucket. Some poor person comes. I don't know what plastic they make those bags out of, but they really don't smell. I mean, you put it out on the porch. Of course, in the Texas sun, if it was a 108-degree day, they but other than that,
Yeah.
and they get lovely. And I really lucked out because all my kids were allergic to the disposables.
Oh, really?
So I really had to, and it really motivates you to get them out of them too. Well, enough
Yeah.
of talking about the yuckier parts of life. They're great, but I think you're right. We're becoming different kinds of people, and we just have to be open to when people want to approach us.
Yeah, I believe other people
Mm-hmm.
that you are enlightened, or you shed a vibration that you're open to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
And it's generally been that way most of my life.
Mm-hmm.
I had my struggles at times too. When I was going through my divorce, that was tough, and I probably radiated a bad energy.
Yeah, I had I had the fortunate thing to be able to support a friend, but she was going through her final divorce hearing, and I had seen something that would help explain how intertwined her finances were with her husband. So anyway, I had to go sit in the courthouse where all those hearings are. And I really had to put up a wall to go up there because I had unfortunate experiences myself during that period of time. It's just, and when you get past it and you look back and you go, oh God, for all I had to go through, but I'm free now.
Yeah, free of that bind. You once you complete the contract,
Mm-hmm.
and release. And all the financials, everything. You just
Mm-hmm.
move forward.
Right. And you're in a
I just look forward to the text or call. Dad, can I borrow money?
oh, No, wait till there, you haven't gotten them all yet. You're gonna have at least three. Hey, Grandpa.
Yeah. I'll just bribe them with chocolate. No money for you. Here's a chocolate.
Yeah. Feed them lots of sugar and send them home to their parents.
Yep. Yeah. Give them all the energy to them.
Hmm. Well, thank you, Scott, so much for taking time. You guys don't understand. Scott's shown up at the end of a long work day to do this, but we have one last thing we got to do. We have to blow the candles out.
I'll blow my one.
That's fine. One is enough.
You don't want to leave them on again.
You leave them on, you won't have a 9 candles at the end. Okay. Well, it all looks good, and thank you all for coming and joining us. And Scott and I wish you great blessings, and we hope, transition happens all sorts of ways. The becoming something else. It's like at the end of the poem, which is below this video. It said, the person says to God, so I'm not broken? And God said, of course not. But you are breaking like the dawn. It's a new day become. And that's where we are.
Yeah.
Blessings, everyone.
Blessings. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott, for coming.
You bet.